Hello, it's Asher, and I got inspired by watching some book reviews on the book tags of YouTube, so I thought I'd do a video on books. Basically, this is going to be a rant about plagiarism, and there's going to be probably a few parts. But anyway, the book that I'm supposed to be reading right now, I'm supposed to be reading Kenobi. I'm on chapter 13, I think. It's been a while since I picked this one up, but I've been in an Obi-Wan Kenobi mood lately. So, yeah, I'm trying to get back to this. And while we're over here, we have my Star Wars shelf. I have a ton more books than this. I don't even know how many books I have of this, because they started being published when in like the 90s or something. I have lots of the older ones. I have a few of the newer ones. All of these, however, are out of date. These are Legends canon. I have like 3 of the new ones, but they're hardcover, so they're down here someplace. I have to go through and look, but. And then the shelf above here is my Joanna Lindsey. Actually, there might be a couple of different romance authors put into here, but mostly this is all Joanna Lindsey. I'm not even gonna kid you. I had like about 4 books from my mom that she had and that's just miscellaneous books up there, and Harry Potter. But anyway, I got these from someone who was getting rid of them, so she just let me have them. And I haven't read most of them only because there's lots of problematic themes in Joanna Lindsey books. I think one that wasn't too problematic was the Viking one. It's like Heart of Flame. If you want a good one, you want to read Heart of Flame, because that one is consensual, it's cute, it's adorable. There's like no rape in it. Let me take that back. There's absolutely no rape in that one. Here, let me get it down. Just a sec. Yeah. Oop. Okay. So here is Hearts of Flame. This is the first Joanna Lindsey book that I ever wrote, and let me just say that I absolutely adore this book. First off, my family is Scandinavian, so I have a thing about Vikings. Second off, this one is really cute. And I'm bisexual, so I didn't mind the pairing in this one. Okay, when I say there's no rape, there was kind of a thread about it in the first few pages of this thing with what's his face. But okay, let's put this back. But mostly, she is the one who's going for a dude to marry, and she finds that guy, I forgot his name, and so she's like set out to actively seduce him. So when he like tries to seduce her, oh, I lost my place. Oh well. When he tries to seduce her, she kind of plays hard to get and stuff, but eventually it turns out fine, and the family's all okay with it. I mean, there's this big quote unquote fight at the end, with her dad and the dude that she wants to marry. It's really hilarious. Like, I loved her family and I like this dude. I mean, yeah, what is it? He's not Scandinavian. He's something else. Anglo-Saxon. That's right. He's Anglo-Saxon. I don't know how much of the history she got right in that book. And then there's another one that I tried to read, but I couldn't read it. It's like Captive Bride or some bullshit. Yeah, okay, it's up here. This one, I swear to God, this one is the most problematic book of Joanna Lindsey's that I've actually read and hated. Actually, no, there's this one pirate one that I dislike. Let's do this. There's a pirate one that I dislike. Okay, but let's get down this one. I don't know where the pirate ones are. So yeah, Leverage. If you're into Leverage, there are at least 3 books. I've kind of started them, not really. And then this I haven't started, but I wanted to read something different besides Star Wars, because when I read science fiction books, I read Star Wars. So like these are my, you can't see them. Let's turn on a light in here. God, I'm gonna get someone complaining about, oh, you don't have any light. Listen, I'm not a YouTuber. Okay, so this one, Captive Bride. It's about this girl who, and she's friggin' rich. And from what I remember, because oh my gosh, I was just gonna kill this book. From what I remember, she's rich. She's looking for a husband. Blah blah blah, and there's this other dude. Okay, so this dude's mom got kidnapped by his dad because they're in Egypt or something. I don't know. They're in one of the Middle Eastern countries. But anyway, the dude's dad, who is a native of this country, kidnapped his mother, who is also like English, not royalty, but kind of royalty. But I mean, in the way where no one would go looking for them. I don't know. It's bullshit. But anyway, so his mother's kidnapped and basically raped, and she bears 2 sons to this guy. And one of the sons is like really into the native stuff, so he's not like too much of the English, whatever. And then the other son, and I think this is the oldest one that we're talking about, he was all types of British and stuff, because eventually the quote unquote husband, though his dad's really the rapist, allowed the mom to go back to England, and she like brought the sons or one of them with them. I don't know. It's been a long time since I read this. So anyway, he eventually got like all British-fied, and he's in charge of the local tribe now. And mind you, this is supposed to be like Middle Eastern, like 1800s. I don't know. Let's see when this is set, because sometimes she sorry, I'm doing this on my phone if you can't tell. Sometimes it's set in 1883. So I'll just show you that if I can. I'm doing it on my phone, so it's going to be weird. Sorry. So you can't see it, I don't think. But it's 1883 is when the book is set. At least with Joanna Lindsey, she at least tells you what year it is and shit like that. So let's get up here, put it back. I don't know. I honestly do like her. I think she's a good author, except every so often she doesn't think about the problematic stuff she writes about. But the thing is, though, is like these were written in like the 70s. I think the oldest book I have was written in like 79, 78, something like that. I have a couple of her newer ones. But these are all secondhand books, so you can tell by the state of the, I don't know if you can see them, but like the state of this. They're all well loved, but I mean, seriously, sometimes, oh, there's Nora Roberts, and I got another one around here. Oh, also, I have like the Swan trilogy. I have no idea what that's about. It's by Celeste D. Blasius, whatever. Maybe I'll do a review on that. I love books and I love reading, so, but yeah, sometimes Joanna Lindsey needs some help. Like, what was that? I had them around here. These are like all the Joanna Lindsey books I have, and some of them were my mom's. I had like 4 from my mom, but there's at least 20 something that I got from this lady. That's why some of them are right there, because they didn't all fit on here. So, let's see. I don't know where those other ones went. I had them. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, sometimes Joanna Lindsey can get really problematic, especially with, like, all the rape ones. And one of her pirate ones, like, the gal, was raped about 3 times, and then she got pregnant and fell in love with the dude, and like it was like quote unquote somewhat consensual, but I mean, I had to put that one down because I can't with that. So yeah, be careful with Joanna Lindsey because some of her books are really, really problematic. So, I mean, if you have like a super hard time, don't read Captive Bride. Don't read Captive Bride. Because this one, I couldn't even finish this one. It pissed me off so goddamn much. And, like, usually, I can get past that type of thing. But, I mean, I had to skip so many stuff. And, like, when it comes to romance novels, you kind of want to like the sex scenes. Because that's half the reason. But let me tell you about Hearts of Flame again. Okay, so, the one and only sex scene in here is completely consensual, but it also has BDSM. So this dude, like, consensually ties her down to the bed, and she's in love with it. At least from what I remember. But mind you, Hearts of Flame is the first Joanna Lindsey book that I ever read, and that's why I continued reading her, because I'm like, this book was just amazing. I loved it. I think I read it in like 2 days. And like, I could read my Star Wars in 2 days too if I really got into one of them. And that's why I'm really annoyed with the Kenobi book, because I should have had that one done forever ago. But I'll try to do a review on that one. I'm just gonna pull this one down because this one's kind of on the controversial side, at least on Tumblr. Ooh. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Okay, first of all, I hate reading. I'm going to put it back. I hate reading plays. I hate it. I cannot stand reading plays. I hated having to read Shakespeare. The only play that I ever liked reading was the Cyrano de Bergerac one. I don't know, for some reason that one was fine. But usually I hate having to read that type of format. But eventually, I got into this one, and I think I read this one. This one was in 2 days, too, because I read, like, half of it, then I stopped, and then I read, like, the other half. But I actually liked it, and for Harry Potter, it's not that weird. Like, honestly, it's not that weird. So, yeah. I need to find the rest of my books, because I have, like, all of these classic books. I love Horatio Hornblower, Jane Eyre, best classic. Look, I hate Jane Austen. I don't know why everybody has to like Jane Austen. I hate her. All she ever writes about is women who don't want to get married, and then they get married. It's like, hello, can you at least keep up with their chops? Like, so, I have no idea what I'm gonna... I know I have to, like, warn for rape and stuff, so... the rest of this room is actually kind of bad, so I'm not gonna show you that. So anyway, that's most of it. I have manga. I think I'm going to try and do some more manga reviews. But anyway, for now, for the book tag, for Book Tumblr, that's what I'm going to talk. That's what this video is. Just an introduction of sorts. But I'm going to at least try to do some reviews. I might do the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child review. Because honestly, it's not that bad. Once I got past the format, it was fine. Honestly, I will say though that should have been completely novelized, because it would have been a better novel than a play, I think. But I prefer novels. And don't get me wrong, I love Harry Potter. Which one do I hate? I don't hate any of them. I do hate that she had to sissified Voldemort, because if he's, like, magic Hitler, she should have made him, like, harder to defeat, and not such a wuss in the end. And, like, that really does piss me off. I'll have a rant about this later. I'll make another video about a rant about Voldemort. But, like, yeah, I'm just gonna save that for another one. There's a lot to say. I'm sure everyone has said it. I mean, my opinions aren't that different from most people's, but, yeah. So, anyway, that's my... first book tag. You can find some of my older videos on manga. And, yeah, so there we go. Bye.